Hey everyone, welcome to From the Depths. I'm Minty, and this is episode 149 of the Battleship Brawl's Season 3 tournament. This episode, we've got the newcomer, the Weenormous by the Jimmer, going up against the Heavy Gunner by 219th Legion. The Heavy Gunner is on its last life. If it loses here, it will be retired. So let's go ahead, get this battle underway, get to the explosions, see what's going to happen. Weenormous got that AI jitter going on. It's not terrible. It's yeah. There's not a whole lot you can do about that, honestly, except spawn your ship broadside to begin with, really. Oh, and the Heavy Gunner immediately taking heavy damage to its front six-barreled turret there. Weenormous missing a bit. I bet you that's I bet you that was caused by the shaking. You can see how those gun barrels are waving back and forth. Oh, and now the second turret just took a blast of HE to the face. The Weenormous seems to be tanking the hits that land on it just fine. Like, the outer layers are getting stripped away, but for the most part, the Weenormous not taking a lot of damage. And collision! Wow, the Weenormous' nose just kind of collapsed there when the Weenormous is like, I'm not turning, screw you. This is my ocean. You get out of the way. Doesn't even it does have rudders, so yeah, I was curious about that. Seems to me like the Weenormous has actually put itself in a bit of a bad position. It's not really able to fire on the Heavy Gunner like this. And the Heavy Gunner is staying afloat and just pummeling shells into the Weenormous, stripping off blocks. Trying to get a look at the armor scheme there. It's got some, looks like it's got some fairly thick armor there. Yeah, this is actually a terrible position for the Weenormous. If something doesn't change, it's gonna lose. Because those shells are going to core in eventually and start taking out those guns. And as we all know, guns make up a really significant portion of a ship's hit points. With the Heavy Gunner only repairing and not taking any damage right now, it is slowly narrowing that gap with what guns it has left able to fire. Ooh, I think something important just got hit. Yep, I think some ammo or something may have just gone off. The Weenormous got lifted out of the water, and the two ships started grinding against one another, and that caused the collision lag to kick back in. Looks like the Heavy Gunner also kind of blew itself up there a little bit. Yeah, because it's shooting right at the nose of the Weenormous, which is, you know, up against its own hull. Probably not the best choice of location to shoot at. Now the Weenormous is just kind of ramming in to the turret too. Heavy Gunner got a second of disqualification time. But it's not even low enough on health to get an 80% sinking despawn, so unless the Weenormous really holds it under the water, well, which it has started to do, it has pushed the heavy gunner down far enough that it is earning disqualification time, and now it's not. And now it is. Or maybe things are just running slowly and it's actually earning it this whole time, but because of the collision lag, it's just taking a while for those seconds to tick up. Oh, and the Weenormous just rammed the rear turret with the underside of its hull, and is just kind of sitting on the heavy gunner, which is probably, yep, getting an 80% sinking despawn at this point. Yep, there it goes. It was coming back up, and it probably would have resurfaced. But that despawn kicked in, and now it's 2 damage, so even if it does kill its, yep, see, it looks like the 80% sinking despawn has ended, and now it says 2 damage, but the blocks are still falling off of it. I don't know. Whatever the case, the heavy gunner has been defeated and will be retired from the tournament. Wow, okay. Okay, Weenormous. Okay, chillax. The very pink ship. Anyway, oh, and it just detonated for some reason. Anyway, go ahead and gonna do a quick cut here so we can take a look at the heavy gunner before we send it on its way. So here we are, folks. This is the Battleship Heavy Gunner by 219th Legion that has fallen in battle against its opponents. Not a whole lot to see from an aesthetic standpoint. It's a pretty basic hull, no superstructure, 2 turrets. There's a lot of heavy armor down in the lower parts, but not in the upper parts, which I'm not entirely sure why that decision was made. But yeah, the main feature are these 6-barreled turrets, which I don't think I've seen a 6-barreled turret before. And with good reason, because this thing is gigantic and is just an super easy target. And once it gets hit, you lose half your weapons. So yeah. I really don't think anything above a 3-barrel turret is honestly practical. Oh, it's got the little detector things, detection equipment. Anyway, so you know the drill by now. This is, the 149th episode. There's been a few of these. Comments down below. Upvote the one you agree with. If this thing gets 90% yes votes, it goes into the Hall of Beauty. If not, that's it. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the battlefield.